Hello there, I'm Laura Jury and I'm one of the candidates for the Equity Directors Committee. My main focus, if elected, is coming from a place of working in and creating productions in the rural regions, challenging the negative problems and stereotypes while championing the huge benefits and resources hidden away in the regions and pushing for more safety and inclusion in our industry. So, as a little bit of background, I have lived all my life here in Devon in the southwest. I am an actor and almost equally often a director as well. I've been a performer working in mainly theatre since my mid-teens, and honestly, I can't imagine anything else in my life other than working within creative performance. As it's turned out, that's mainly been in theatre. After studying at university for my undergraduate degree, I moved back to Torbay in South Devon for personal reasons and finding a lack of opportunities in the immediate area for local professional actors. I was doing some amateur theatre to keep in practice, and while so doing, I met some other people who felt the same, and none of us had the wherewithal or the opportunities to move away permanently from the area. So we decided to make our own work. I very much pushed for the starting of our own theatre company, the South Devon Players, from scratch, which started in the back room of a social club and £80 raised from a car boot sale. And the whole idea of that was to make our own work and develop our own careers, as well as providing opportunities for other local people in the same situation as us to become involved in creating theatre, building their careers, etc. And we found quite a few people who did that. Some come in for one or two productions, and then we've had other people regularly joining in, show after show after show for years and even decades. And it's at that point that I took up a lot more directing work, because the theatre company needed a director, and without so doing, we wouldn't have any shows. So I very much got into it to keep us working, keep us ticking over. And since then, probably about 50% of my entertainment work is as a director. So that was in 2006, and we're still here and still working. It's tough, there's no doubt about it. Often, dare I say more than often, we struggle for things like obtaining full funding or for venues against very similar applicants who are placed in urban centres. I've performed in London and had a member of staff at the theatre respond in amazement to hearing that I was from Devon with the comment, well, they're only just farmers and druids down there. And I've also spoken to people who will not go to see a theatre or film production produced in the regions and will only go to see anything produced in London because in their eyes it's only professional if it's in the big urban areas. And over the years, I've encountered a lot of misconceptions like this, and it can affect all sorts of things, from people finding work in the regions and being taken seriously as performers, directors, stage managers, whatever, through to finding funding, finding venues, and all that kind of thing. So there's a big misconception that needs breaking down there. It's therefore with coming from a place of working hands-on and creating theatre in the rural regions and seeing the challenges and the benefits that I decided to stand for the Equity Committee. I am a jack of all trades. While my main roles are as an actor and as a director, I've had to learn to turn my hands to everything from stage management, producing, marketing, costumes, technical lighting and sound, whatever's needed to keep productions going. And I'm also a volunteer trustee at a beautiful Victorian proscenium arch theatre in Brixham as well. So I see how productions work from the point of view of venues as well. And I strongly believe, I've learnt this, and I believe more and more as time goes on, that a holistic approach of understanding how all these parts of the jigsaw fit together in all the aspects of creating entertainment are enormously important in developing work which is positive, inclusive, and in which all the cogs of the wheel fit together seamlessly. And that work created in the regions is just as professional and just as valid as that created by the big urban centres, regardless of any misconceptions. Furthermore, there's a huge amount of work to be done in terms of breaking down barriers. It's not just in terms of the perceptions, which in turn can lead to more or less ticket sales and funding and venues and that type of thing, which obviously then allows for careers to be built and people to earn a proper wage from their work. But I often hear issues of inclusion. I hear wonderfully talented people say that they could not possibly work professionally because maybe they've never done it before, because they haven't had the opportunity, or they don't live in a city, so they haven't been able to go to a drama school. And it's all those kind of barriers to people in the regions. And I see a lot of people who are either personally afraid to themselves, or they've been discouraged by outsiders from working on productions because of all sorts of things like their race or gender or disability. I've even seen issues of dress size and that type of thing, which is absolutely heartbreaking, because the talent behind the scenes in whatever role, whether you're an actor, director, stage manager, choreographer, whatever, is absolutely phenomenal wherever you are. So I think we've got to take a very hard line in stamping out this lack of inclusion. Despite movements like Me Too, I see a lot of instances around still and online of quite shocking and sometimes frightening harassment, abusive behaviour, sexual harassment, and that type of thing in the industry. And there's an awful lot of work to be done in creating the tools and the support networks to enable anyone, regardless of their roles in the production, whether they're the tea lady, whether they're the actor, whether they're the director, the producer, the writer, in being able to speak out, and if they're struggling for whatever reason, to be able to seek help and advice and a support network so they can challenge these issues with confidence. Steady work in the regions is also an issue. Equity has the Cast at Local campaign, which is absolutely fantastic, and that's helping to promote more work in the regions so that regardless of location, people have a fair chance at finding work rather than losing out to people being shipped in from the urban areas. And there are so many under-recognised positives about working in regional entertainment. There's an incredible amount of hidden talent that you find and you can help nurture, especially as a director. There's a lot of specialist skills. If you think of all the period dramas needing specialist olden skills, if I talk about Brixham here specifically, you've got people who have the old Victorian skills of making fishing nets by hand, of mending sails for sailing boats. And those skills are absolutely fantastic. And how better to utilise local skills than going out and finding actors locally in an area where you're filming who know how to do these types of things. It's amazing, and it's hidden and not often thought of. There are also lots of unique stories and small communities that you find, and there's so much wonderful work and venues and tapestry of culture all hidden away down these country lanes and in the small villages and towns. There's wonderful stories, there's wonderful culture, skills, so much. And there are also wonderful spaces where you can present work, not just in a theatre, but there are both indoor and outdoor spaces that can be used so creatively. And again, a lot of it's not thought of, a lot of it's hidden, or a lot of non-traditional venues are seen as amateur, which simply isn't the case. Anyway, so my focus obviously is in championing regional work and regional direction, regional theatre, but obviously I also want to be a very positive cog in a much bigger wheel of the committee, hopefully with other people who are coming from other completely different areas of experience and types of work that they've been creating or involved in. And by putting all those wonderful differences together, we can really make a powerful difference both for the other directors in equity and for the actors and everybody else involved as well. So if you've listened this long, I have to say thank you ever so much for listening to all the waffle. I do hope you'll consider my candidacy for the role, and regardless of what you decide, have a lovely day. Thank you ever so much.